The program is about personal development. And once I started to progress, I noticed that others don't care about their personal development. Also, that their negativity and ignorance affects me, and that it's best to stop talking and socializing with these individuals. Like, once, like, well, at first, like I said, I thought the program was about drug addiction and how to rehabilitate. But once I started to realize that the program is about personal development, I started to getting like addicted, to the literature, to reading, and how, like, because it's true, like, I always found myself agitated and, focusing on problems and what about this and what about that and look at this and look at them, you know, and what's up with that, and people, like, they don't care, they don't care about the flaws in reality, something that I soon want to talk about, right? But it's all very frustrating. And so I start to, grasp a hold of the program. I start to tell myself, you know what, uh, there's piss water in refrigerators inside convenience stores. Try doing something about that. I realized that you can't do nothing. I realized that society is crazy, and that they have a certain way of being, and that you need to ignore them. You need to put them to the side. You need to just observe them from afar, you know, and that, how would you say it, that these ignorant people, that they say ignorance is bliss, these ignorant people that for some reason are able to, government projects, that I shouldn't talk to them, because, like, I tell myself, as a good person, as a good person, I say to myself, hey, you know what? They're my neighbors. They're my neighbors. Why not, talk to them? Because they drink alcohol, because they're not, they don't have, you know, how would you say it? The aspects of character like myself, you know what I'm saying? And so when you talk to somebody, that's negative, that's ignorant, something might happen to you. You know what I'm saying? Especially when there's a group of people that are drinking alcohol, and smoking cigarettes, you know, and that eat meat. How do you think a vegetarian that doesn't smoke, that doesn't drink alcohol, how do you think he feels around that environment? You know, I don't think he feels good. I think he feels agitated, nervous, scared, and I don't want that in my life, and if, how would you say it? And if I have to wait for different types of individuals, if I have to wait, uh, for a different life, then so be it. But I'm not gonna, be in an environment, talking to people that are ignorant, that are only looking to hurt me, that are smoking cigarettes, drinking beer, and eating meat. You know, I'm not gonna do it.